Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Naram Jaiva Narottamam
Naram Jaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tato Jayamudiraye
Tato Jayamudiraye
Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu
Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavate Uttamasloke
Bhagavate Uttamasloke
Bhaktin Bhavatir Naistiki
Ted Bhavati Nishtiti
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishna
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Devaki Nandanaya cha
Nandagopakumaraya
Nandagopakumaraya
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Govindaya Namo.
Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 10, text number 1. We are starting the new chapter today. So the canto name is the Cosmic Manifestation, and the chapter name is Bhagavatam is the answer to all questions. So this is the chapter name. Please repeat the sloka behind me. Śrī Śuka uvāca
Śrī Śukadeva
atra sargo visargaś
Atra sargo visargaś
sthānaṁ poṣaṇam ūtayaḥ
sthānaṁ poṣaṇam
manvantareśānukathā nirodho muktir āśrayaḥ.
nirodho muktir āśrayaḥ.
Word by word meaning. Please repeat behind me. Śrī Śuka uvāca.
Śrī Śukadeva Gosvāmī.
Śrī Śukadeva Gosvāmī said,
Śrī Śukadeva Gosvāmī said,
Atra,
Atra
in this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam,
in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam,
sargaḥ,
sargaḥ,
statement of the creation of the universe.
statement of the creation of the universe.
Visargaḥ,
Visargaḥ,
statement of subcreation.
statement of creation.
Cha,
Cha,
also.
also.
Sthānaṁ,
Sthānam,
the planetary systems.
the planetary
poṣaṇam,
poṣaṇam,
protection.
protection.
ūtayaḥ,
ūtayaḥ,
the creative impetus.
the creative impetus.
Manvantara,
manvantara,
changes of Manus.
Changes of
īśa-anukathāḥ,
īśa-anukathāḥ,
the signs of God.
the signs of God,
Nirodhaḥ,
nirodhaḥ,
going back home, back to Godhead.
going back home, back to Godhead,
muktiḥ,
muktiḥ,
liberation.
liberation.
āśrayaḥ,
āśrayaḥ,
the summon bonum.
the
sthānaṁ.
Translation and purport by Divine Sabha Charnavanda A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation, please repeat behind me. Śrī Śukadeva Gosvāmī said,
Śrī Śukadeva Gosvāmī said,
in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam,
in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam,
there are 10 divisions of
there are 10
statements
statements
regarding the following:
regarding
the creation of the universe,
the creation of the universe,
subcreation,
subcreation,
planetary systems,
planetary system,
production by the Lord,
protection by the Lord,
the creative impetus,
the creative,
the change of Manus,
the change of Manus,
the signs of God,
the signs of God,
returning home, back to Godhead, liberation, and the summon bonum.
and the summon.
Hare Krishna. There is no purport written by Srila Prabhupada for this. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilidam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Śrīmade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharane Nirvishesha Shunyavad Pashasha Desha Tarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So this is a new chapter. Today we are starting. The chapter name is Bhagavatam is the answer to all questions. So in the previous chapter, we discussed about the questions asked by Parikshit Maharaj, various questions, and Śukadeva Gosvāmī started giving the answer, and he was referring the Brahma and Narada's discussion. And within that, Brahma was referring is when Brahma and Narada discussion, where Brahma was discussing about the Supreme Lord, what he discussed with him personally. So we need to very keenly we need to see, because the Bhagavatam, it is both two persons are discussing, and within that they are referring the other person discussion. Within that, other person discussing with us. So the entire Bhagavatam, so whatever we are discussing, basically this discussion, it is the broad way. If you see the outer layer, if you see the discussion which happened in the Naimisharanya, where all the Rishi Munis, they were assembled there, and the Sutta Goswami is kept as a head of that group, and he was giving this Bhagavatam knowledge to all the Rishi Munis in the Naimisharanya, which is happening in the Kali Yuga starting. Then the Sutta Goswami, he was there when Parikshit Maharaj and Śukadeva Goswami were, when they discussed the Bhagavatam, that time Sutta Goswami was there along with them. So because of that, the Sutta Goswami, whatever Sutta Goswami heard from Śukadeva Goswami, that he was instructing here to all the Rishi Munis. So this is Rishi Munis is the outer layer. There Sutta Goswami is there. Sutta Goswami, he is referring what he heard from Śukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj. And when we get into the one more layer upper, what Śukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj discussed, Śukadeva Goswami is referring what he heard from his father and his Vyasadeva. And Vyasadeva, what he is doing, what he was referring the discussion between Brahma and Narada. Yes, Vyasadeva's guru is Narada. So Narada is giving the knowledge what he discussed with Brahma. Brahma gave the knowledge to Narada. So that knowledge Narada gave to Vyasadeva. So how the Brahma got the knowledge? Brahma, he directly got the knowledge from the Supreme Lord. So whatever the knowledge, this is coming from the Supreme Lord to Brahma, Brahma to Narada, Narada to Vyasadeva, Vyasadeva to his son Śukadeva Goswami, Śukadeva Goswami, and to give to the Parikshit Maharaj. In that meeting, Sutta Goswami was there. So then Sutta Goswami came to Naimisharanya forest. There, the Rishi Munis are there. The welfare of the Kali Yuga, they are doing the yajna. In that yajna, again, the Bhagavatam was spoken. So Bhagavatam originally spoken by Supreme Lord. Then the same thing spoken by Supreme Lord to Brahma. Brahma spoke the same thing to Narada. Narada spoke to Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva spoke to Śukadeva Goswami. Śukadeva spoke to Parikshit Maharaj and Sutta Goswami. Then Sutta Goswami spoke in the same Bhagavatam in Naimisharanya forest. So this is the compilation. So we need to, which layer we are discussing now, that we need to consciously understand. So now we are discussing Śukadeva Goswami, what he said to Parikshit Maharaj. What is the answer for the Parikshit Maharaj questions? Śukadeva Goswami started giving the answer. So he was saying that about this 10 subject matter. So in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, it contains the 10 divisions. So in the previous sloka, he gave the reference. Okay, that in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, we are going to cover the 10 subject matter. So now he is giving the name of before starting the answers, he is giving what are the 10 different subject matter is going to, divisions are there, 10 different divisions are there in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So those are we will see one by one. The first one is the creation of the universe. So that is called sarga. Sarga. So the entire universe, how the universe got created, because when the discussion happened between Brahma, so Supreme Lord and Brahma, the creation was not there. So the creation means this material world. That means the earth, water, fire, these are the 5 gross elements, and the 5 sensual perception. There's a perception. What is a sensual perception? The taste, smell, sound, form, and touch. These are the sensual perception. These are 5. So 5 gross elements and 5 subtle elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether, and this sound, form, taste, smell, touch, and the indriyas. So our eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. So these 5 are useful to experience the sensual perception. So that creation. So total 5 gross creation, 4 gross elements, 5 sensual perception elements, 5 objects of sensual perception, and 5 knowledge acquiring senses, total 15. Then it is together along with that mind. So this is the total 16 principle creation. So this Bhagavatam, it is talking about this principle creation, total 16 principle creation. So apart from that, there are 8 subtle principles are there. So that are subtle principle against the balance, proportion, emphasis, variety, harmony, unity, movement, and rhythm. These are the 8 different subtle principles. So Bhagavatam is primarily talking about only the 16 elements only. It's not talking about there is no explanation about the subtle things, but the entire whole creation is consists totally, it is the entire creation is made up of 24 principle material existence. So in that, the 16s are primary, so that we are that is the Bhagavatam is explaining those things. That is called sarga. Then the next one is what the name is visarga. Visarga means the secondary creation. So secondary create means the Brahma is a secondary creator. So the first creation is created by the Supreme Lord, and the secondary creation created by the Brahma. So how the Brahma is creating? So he is interacting with the 3 modes of material nature, which is known as sattva guna, rajo guna, tamo guna. Sattva, rajas, tamas. That means mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. So mixture of the combination of these 3 modes, and with this basic elements, whatever created by the Supreme Lord, then Brahma is creating the varieties of creation, which is the secondary creation. So this is called visarga. So Bhagavatam is talking about this also. And the third one is sthānaṁ. Sthānaṁ means the planetary systems. So initially there was no planetary system, it was empty. Only Vaikuntha was there. So the sthānaṁ originally referred to Vaikuntha only, because whatever this material creation is temporary. So temporary, why we are calling it as temporary? This is real, but it is temporary. Why we are calling it temporary? Because this sthānaṁ, this planetary portions, whatever we are discussing, the 14 planetary system we are studying, and everybody talking about the 14th planetary system and the 84 lakhs of species. So these are all we are discussing. So these are all the varieties are there within this material creation only. That is why there is called sthānaṁ. So and this is temporary. Why it is temporary? So when at the time of creation, these universes are coming out from the body of Mahavishnu, and at the time of it will remain for some time. At the time of annihilation, it will go back to the body of Mahavishnu. So that means it will be visible for some time, and it will go back to merge with the body of the Supreme Lord Mahavishnu. So that is the reason this is called sthānaṁ. But originally the sthānaṁ is Vaikuntha is the original sthānaṁ, and this is the temporary sthānaṁ. So this is our Bhagavatam is talking about this sthānaṁ also. And so now we talked about these 3. What are the 3? Sarga, the elementary of our creation, visargaḥ, the secondary creation, sthānaṁ. Sthānam means the planetary systems. And fourth one is poṣaṇam. Poṣaṇam is production by the Lord. So how the Lord is protecting this living entities with his causeless mercy. So there are two kind of people in this material world. Many times we discussed. One is devotees of the Lord, and another set of people. It is a materialistic person. It's a kind of demons. The demons only two varieties: devotees and demons. The person who is avoid the rules and regulation of the Supreme Lord, and who is leading the life, and whose goal of life is to achieve the Supreme Lord. That is, those people are called devotees. And the people who don't want to get into the path of devotional service, they wanted to enjoy this material, lord it over this material world. Those people are called demons. So these two varieties are there. So Lord, but these varieties we are discussing, but for Lord, all are equal. There is no difference. But he is giving a special attention to devotees, but he is protect the demons also. How he is protecting the demons? Because what is the requirement of these demons? They wanted to enjoy this material world. They want different varieties of food stuff, this and the shelter, all those stuffs. So still, Lord is giving the food, shelter, everything to demons also, as well as to the devotees. So devotees, anyway, by default, it is getting to demons. Then why Lord won't give for the devotees? So devotees, they won't aspire for this kind of food, shelter. They won't ask anything, food, shelter. But the devotees' goal of life should be they are going back to Godhead. They don't think about anything on the lower platform. They will always think about the higher platform. How can I go to the eternal world, which is the Vaikuntha planetary systems? So that is why this is called the poṣaṇam. This Lord is protecting the devotees. So this is also explained in Bhagavatam. And the fifth one is ūtayaḥ. So the ūtayaḥ means it is a creative impetus. So in the creative impetus means it is called the activity. So the activity also is described in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Activities of the living entities. So the conditioned soul, it is forgetting the Supreme Lord, and Supreme Lord is the protector, Supreme Lord is the maintainer. So what the conditioned soul is doing? It is entering into the fruity works. So footing means to enjoy this material world. So karma vasanas, because of the karma vasanas, what is that? The living entities are entering into the fruity activities, fruity works, and so that they are creating that is the impetus. Because of that their consciousness is getting updated with again and again with this material world. That's why they are coming back, or life after life, they are coming back to this material world. So this ūtayaḥ, that means it is the activities of the living entities. But the people who are in the devotees, they won't bother about this activities. They will their service only to the Supreme Lord. They will always work for that to go back to Godhead. So this ūtayaḥ, the creative impetus, also described in Bhagavatam. The next topic is manvantara. So the manvantara also described in Bhagavatam. So the impetus, so the manvantaras, what's the sixth one is manvantaras. So the manvantaras, it is different manus. There are 14 different manus are there. They are every there is a certain period. Each manu, and they will come into this existence. They are the progenitor. So they will help for their Manu is the father of the mankind. So the Manu, he will come and they will prepare the guidelines how to live this material world, so that they can go back to the living entities, follow the rules and regulation, and at the end of the life, they can go back to Godhead. So they divide the Manusmriti that we already heard. The many people now the atheists are there. They'll say that we should not keep the Manusmriti. It is dividing the people here and there. Those talk they are doing. But a Manusmriti is, what is the purpose of Manusmriti? It is keep the people understand the purpose of the life and go back to Godhead. The one of the specific way people can live and this material world, and guided way. the guidelines. Manusmriti is the guidelines for. So this Bhagavatam is talking about the manvantaras, the change of Manus. That is also it is talking. And the seventh one, it is talking about īśa-anukathāḥ. īśa-anukathāḥ means the signs of God. Signs of God means why Lord is coming in this, coming this material world, how he is protecting the people, devotees, especially the devotees, why he is coming to this material world. Now, why Lord needs to come to the material world? If Lord not coming to the material world, what will happen? Everybody get into the path of ignorance only. So they will be there. Why? Will be there. The enjoyment is the only thing in this material world. That is the way the people will think. So, in order to give them, means provide their knowledge, the proper knowledge. Okay, this is not your the permanent place. If you remain here, you will take birth and death only. So you need to come back to my eternal abode. So in order to represent that, in order to remind to the living entities, Lord is taking the different incarnations, and that is also described. That is called the signs of Godhead. Signs of God. It's the īśa-anukathāḥ. So that is also widely described in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. And the eighth is nirodha. Nirodha means dissolution. So the dissolution in the sense, so in this material, we discussed that material world and the spiritual world. So the material world is temporary and the spiritual world is eternal. So the people, the living entities who are not ready to go back to Godhead, who want to enjoy this material world, even at the end of this creation also, what will happen? They will remain in this material world only. So temporarily they will go back to the body of Mahavishnu at the time of dissolution. That's what we discussed. The universes are coming out from the Mahavishnu body, remain for some time. That remaining time when it was outside of his body of the Mahavishnu, that is the time the living entities make use of that time and understand the Supreme Lord, or what Manus is saying, what Supreme Lord taking birth in this material, to understand that and make their life perfect, to go back to Godhead. That is the time Lord is providing to us. So if the living entity is not utilizing that time, then what will happen? On the time of dissolution, the living entities, again, along with the planetary system, even along with the universe, going back, they will go back to Mahavishnu's body. It's a temporarily they will get the relaxation in the Mahavishnu's body. That is called nirodha. The Bhagavatam is talking about nirodha also. And the ninth principle, Bhagavatam was discussing about the mukti. Mukti means liberation. Liberation means that is a permanent solution to go out of this material world. So these are how the different sages, different devotees of the pure devotees of the Lord, how they attain that liberation. That is also widely discussed in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. It is though Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is talking about mukti also. And the last 10th point is āśrayaḥ. Āśrayaḥ means the supreme shelter. So Lord is the supreme shelter. That is the Samman Bonam. Samman Bonam means he's the all in all. So the Supreme Lord he is the creator, and he is the maintainer, and he is the annihilator. So he's talking about, so that means, so Lord is the creating, Lord is maintaining, Lord is annihilation. So everything starting with him and it is ending with him only. And that is for the material concept. But the spiritual concept also, it is creation is happening. So the divining beings are getting the knowledge about the Supreme Lord. Then they are getting to the path of liberation, and they are reaching the Vaikuntha planets, the higher planetary system, the spiritual world. So both the things are happening. So that reason, Lord is the āśrayaḥ for everyone. So that means, that means the independent person only liberate the conditioned person. Okay, somebody tied by a rope. The another person who is also tied in a rope, so that person cannot help to unrope the person and get the liberation. Who can help them? Only the person who is independent, that person only, who is not tied by the rope, only that person can come and help the person to untie the rope, so that he can also get liberation. So this is the way Lord is the independent, and all our living entities are dependent. That dependent are tied by the rope. So Lord is required. When the independent person is required to untie the person. So this is called so we need to take the shelter of the Supreme Lord. That is explanation is there as the āśrayaḥ, the supreme shelter. So Supreme Lord is the supreme shelter. So that it is discussing. That point also we are discussing in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So this is the 10 different subject matters. We call 10 characteristics of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So this is what we are going to discuss further in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. That's what Śukadeva Gosvāmī is explaining to Parikshit Maharaj. So he is giving the introduction to the 10 subject matters. So these are the 10 different subject matters. Today's sloka, it is talking about the 10 different subject matters that we are going to explain further in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So why he is explaining? Because Parikshit Maharaj is, whatever the questions he asked, all the questions are revolved around this 10 points. That's the reason he's going to give that answer in the upcoming slokas. Hare Krishna. Grantaraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki
Jai.
Jai.